Igor from Vinous Reverie here in Walnut Creek. So it's this time of the week where we have the new stock in. So I want to give you guys a brief overview. Once again, a bunch of fun selections. First of all, I want to say though that we're gonna have our Saturday tasting. It's September 4th from 1 to 4. We're gonna concentrate on Central Italian wines. So fun selection of 2 white wines and 3 red wines. So if you guys in the area, please stop by. I think it's going to be fun tasting as usual. But let's get back to the wines at hand here. First, I'm going to go with some of the premium wines that I got in, and then some of the great values that I got. So let's go with the cream of the crop. All right. So this one is from Albert Bichot, which is one of the biggest producers in Burgundy, and this one is from Vosne-Romanee. So Vosne-Romanee, it's Pinot Noir is the grape, and the appellation is considered by many Burgundy experts as the cream of the crop of all the a lot of the best wines from Burgundy come from this appellation. Intense red fruit on these wines, very complex wines. You could age them for a long time. And it's for Pinophiles, people who adore Burgundy. Vosne-Romanee is kind of the village to go there. So it's a premium wine. It's not cheap wine, but it's a fantastic wine. So once again, it's from Albert Bichot, Vosne-Romanee. Got 17.5 points from Jesse Robinson, which is a fantastic score for a village level wine. So yeah, like I said, it's not cheap. It's gonna retail at $112, but in Burgundy terms, it's a good value. Here. All right, we have another Burgundy, a little bit better value than that. So this one comes from Hautes Cotes de Nuits. So once again, Côte de Nuits is another famous appellation, and this comes from the higher in the hills. Typically not considered a prime Pinot area, but now with global warming, it's actually every year the wines become more and more complex. And this got 92 points from Wine Enthusiast, which is a great score for Burgundy that retails for $30. Typically $30 Burgundies, you don't see any 90-point scores. They're not as complex, but this is a good value. This is from Anton Guyon. So that's the producer that makes this wine. So very good value. We're talking about Vosne-Romanee. It's $112 wine. It's a good value. This is a $30 wine, which is I think good value that you could kind of not maybe an everyday drink, but I think if you want to experience a good quality Burgundy, this would be a good example. All right, we can't do a whole show without Riesling. So we got more Rieslings in today. All right, the first one is from another fantastic producer. This is from Trimbach. So Trimbach is probably one of the 3 most renowned names in Alsace. In fact, they're close to Hume. That's considered the greatest dry Riesling in the world. That wine retails, I want to say $350, but it might have jumped the $400 price point. But this comes from their old vines, which are 50 years old. Fantastic Riesling. Got 96 points from Wine Enthusiast and was put as the #2 wine of the year last year. I just had this last week. It's a young wine. This is definitely a wine you put in the cellar, and I think it's just going to increase in complexity. At this stage, you can see the beautiful fruit on it, the great acidity, but the acidity is kind of hiding a lot of the, I think, aromatics of the fruit. I think this wine easily could be selling for another 5 years. But it is fantastic. You could see just kind of the skeleton of a great wine in this. So $48, like I said, a premium wine, but a fantastic wine with a fantastic score. So that's a great example from Alsace. And here we have another great Riesling, this time from Austria. And a pretty label. Okay, so this is from Wohlmuth, is a producer. They're known for making actually fantastic Sauvignon Blancs, some of the best Sauvignon Blancs in the world. maybe rival Sancerre, maybe even better than a lot of the Sancerre wines. But this is their Riesling. And we were just talking about 96-point wine from a Wine Enthusiast. Well, this is 97-point wine from Wine Enthusiast. So even a higher score. And for $33, I think this is a fantastic Riesling. And as it goes with Riesling, this is a 2019, so it's on the young side. But I think you could you could drink it now more so than the Alsatian Riesling. But it could age for a long time as well. So if you want to put it for the cellar or pick it up right now, I think it's a fantastic wine, fantastic value too. Really high scores. I mean, just kind of put it on the scale of some of the California wines. You never see I haven't seen a 97-point Wine Enthusiast score for anything California wine in the low 30s. I mean, those are usually for $70, $80 Pinot Chardonnays or $190 like Cabernets. That's kind of the vicinity and comparison of what a 97-point is for from Wine Enthusiast. So this is a fantastic wine right here. All right, and here I have another very interesting Pinot. Interesting in a great sense. All right, so the producer is Pelle from the Menetou Salon appellation within the Loire Valley. This appellation is mostly known for Sauvignon Blanc. It's right in the vicinity of Sancerre. But right now with global warming, actually, Loire Valley is becoming warmer for the grapes to ripen. And they're producing more and more quality Pinot Noirs. We already had two really nice Pinot Noirs from Sancerre, and this is a really nice one from Menetou Salon. So 93 points, Wine Enthusiast, $27. I think this is a excellent Pinot Noir to rival some of the good examples from Sonoma that we get out here. So if you want to try something different, it doesn't necessarily have the Sonoma fruit on it, but it's a wine that really opens up once you let it sit. I had this once again last week, and I noticed that initially there was minerality, but once you let it sit and kind of open up more fruit comes out, and it becomes a really beautiful wine. So that's a pretty cool selection. All right. Okay, now we're gonna get into some really nice values. All right, let's go first with this one. All right, this is from Domaine Piron, a great Beaujolais producer, and this is their kind of entry-level Beaujolais. Really had it really nicely. Great everyday wine. Could pair with a lot of foods. Very flexible. Nice acidity, bright fruit, and for $14, I think this is a really great Beaujolais. All right, this is a fun wine from Spain. All right, so this is a Garnacha Blend, but I actually wrote down, I wanted to mention a lot of the other grapes. It's like a field blend, and it has Rojal, Arco, Tortosina, and Saperavi. And if you're not familiar with Saperavi is actually a Georgian grape, but it's in this blend. It's made in amphora, like the famous wines from Georgia. And there's no sulfur, so a lot of people ask, they want like more natural wines, less sulfur. So this one has no sulfur. 92 points from Robert Parker. The initial asking price was $35. We're gonna have it for more than half of that. It's gonna be $16 wine. So tremendous value. 92-point wine for $16. Fantastic. It's just a fun field blend. Garnacha based wines are like Beaujolais. They're really great food partners. They have nice acidity, nice fruit to them, and I think it's very enjoyable. All right, so this is a good one, and probably the best value that we have so far is South African Chardonnay. This is from Excelsior. Got 93 points from Decanter Magazine, and we're gonna have it for $10. I think it's a tremendous value. You just don't find wines that have such a high score and such a great price range. Obviously, a great everyday wine. Chardonnay is something that you're familiar with. It's un-oaked Chardonnay, but it's beautifully drinking. I had it myself, and I was wild. I was like, $10 Chardonnay, pretty good. So that's kind of the little overview of the wines we have this week. Fun selections, high-end wines, everyday drinking wines, and high-scoring wines. That's kind of the theme of our store. I like to bring in wines from different parts of the world, from acclaimed winemakers, but the constant thing about all of them is that they're highly acclaimed. Highly acclaimed, good tasting wines that you kind of get to get you outside of the California norm, if that's typically what you're drinking. I think a lot of fun wines to try. So next week we'll taste some more new selections to stock, but fun selections here. Once again, they're going to be all on the website, so please go check out the website, VinousReverie.com, and I'll have much more information about these wines. This was just a brief overview. The website will have much more information. Thank you.